All right, guys. Mayor Reynolds, aka Midnight Mayor here. This is my commentary for Midnight Part 5. This is the 5th episode of our live-action Deadrop series. And we literally just finished this. We filmed this the same night as episode 4, but we just finished editing it. We're about 48 hours out from filming it as the time I record this, so it's very fresh. I wanted to give my commentary now, and yeah, I'm basically reacting to it. Like we basically just finished. Like Chris, Rex, the Claw, our co-creator basically of this series, sent me an edit. I made one tiny change, I guess, which I'll explain in a few moments. And this is it. So here, if you haven't watched it for the first time, please go watch it. Don't watch it with me starting and stopping and telling stories. Go watch it in its own. It's on YouTube. It's on Twitter. It's on Fruit Lab, Theta.tv. We post it on a million platforms. And make sure you like the video, comment on it, share it with your friends, retweet it, all that stuff. That helps it reach more people and helps the series continue to succeed. And I really appreciate all of you who've been supporting it. So here we go. Midnight Part 5 commentary. Let's roll. Okay, so before we start, Lima 1 Julia is back at the workbench in the hideout. That's where we start. We got the Midnight Protocol still sitting here, right where we left off. Basically, not that long after the end of episode 4. Okay, thunder and a phone ring. Flip phone.
Lima 1 Juliet. The consequences of your actions are irreversible.
First of all, this voiceover was done by the same guy who plays Rex. I don't want to get into why yet, but this is the introduction of our villain, our main antagonist. That's who made this call. I want to say he knocked the voiceover out of the park. I think it sounds exactly like Michael Madsen. He did not confirm that that's where he was going, but it sounds great. And this dialogue was heavily inspired by antagonists within Doom Eternal, which has been a huge influence on this series in general, even though it's a Deadrop series. Also notice in this shot, we shift to a security camera. Notice the time is shortly after midnight now. We're at about 12:19 a.m. at this point. Episode 4 was at 12 o'clock a.m., actual midnight. Here we go.
Just how many of us do you think you can kill? This has gone on for long enough.
Lima 1 Juliet has a shotgun in his hand. He gets the phone call. As soon as he gets the call, he starts walking out here. Obviously knows something's going on. Like he's coming out here to get Rex. Like, this call is concerning. Like, he knows it right away. So he's coming out here to get Rex. They hear something. I love this shot. By the way, these are the visors of BTAC17, a community member, and William Morris, our composer for at least a lot of these episodes. The track in this, which again worked incredibly, is an original track by Will, crafted specifically for this episode. I've been working very closely with Will. He's been amazing. He's been super supportive, and the music he's been making. Episode 3, he did an original track, which knocked it out of the park. Episode 4, we used his Dead Vault tape because we just thought, for Sector 1, we just thought it worked really well. And then this one was an original track. I explained the plot to him, what was going on, kind of the vibe we wanted to go for, and he delivered with this. Again, here, metal door rolls up. I'll show you the shot again. And here we have BTAC with a really big magazine on his pistol. He's got that extended mag. And then this guy's at least got Will's visor. I don't know where he got it, but yeah, that's a cool nod to Will. Hopefully you guys catch this. So I'm obviously looking at them. I'm concerned by what's going on. Then from over here, in the background, see a visor emerge. It's the dev skull. And actually a really good, aggressive walk-in. Really selling how bad this guy wants Lima 1 Juliet dead. And funny thing about this, how the dev mask came to be. I guess I'm not going to tell the logistical story of why this one got used. But if you remember, Rex took that mask off the guy he stomped out in episode 3, and he left it over on the bench before he left to go meet up with Lima 1 Juliet at the end of episode 3 and then episode 4, right? So this guy, lurking in the darkness, just may have stolen that same mask or visor cortex and put it on. Really cool close-up shot of the pistol with the extended mag. It also has a red dot sight on it. A cool, where was it? Really quick. Just, I can't even pause it there. I'm struggling. Just uneasiness here as they're getting surrounded by this group of assailants. Close-up shot, another really cool gun. Looks very much like a Terran tactical gun. It's not, but it's got that style barrel. So, yeah. And then they all square up like it's about to go down. Like they're surrounded, and this was really fun to shoot, to get everybody to do that, by the way, at the exact same time like that. Okay. You hear a quick click noise along with the thunder. Power has gone out. That's what just happened. You heard that thunder in the beginning. There's a storm. You hear the thunder. You hear a click. Power goes out. Power goes out. 3 shots. 3 shots. If you stop it, if you do stop motion, you can see. It's very quick, but you can see. I have a really cool shot, but we're back to back. Rex, Lima 1 Juliet are back to back, and they're firing upon the people surrounding. And then we have this really cool panning shot of the aftermath. Will's track clicks into a new. Sorry, Will. Sorry, B-Tac. You guys are dead. Maybe we avenged you. And then the end results here. Lima 1 Juliet just hanging out, just resting with the gun up. Just, and Rex, same thing, just standing by his side. Me sitting down like that is, I kind of went with that because I'm a big Berserk fan, the anime, manga. Most people prefer the manga to the anime. And Guts is often sitting against things and just like peacefully hanging out, except I got my gun up, but that's kind of where I was going with that shot. We wanted to just look like, yep, even though this guy, whoever he is, this villain just sent a trio's just got introduced in Snapshot 6, by the way, to take us out. We pulled through, still in control, no problem. We're still good, still in control. This, if you're unfamiliar with this, this is a direct reference to this exact shot from Predator. I don't know why it's so small, but that's exactly what we're going for. Another 80s movie. A lot of people know that, even if it's just for memes. El Camino in the background, sitting there. Just. Now, this is important. So, Lima 1 Juliet got that phone call from the villain, the antagonist, right? And that's a game changer. Like, somebody already came to try to kill Lima 1 Juliet before, in the hideout when Rex was there. Rex handled the guy in episode 3. Lima 1 Juliet started this war. If you remember, he got the call in episode 1. He heard it on the radio that cleaners were opening fire on the streets. Nobody knew why. The police were getting taken out. And Lima 1 Juliet went out on the offensive to find out what's going on to stop this, because it's gone too far. Like the refiner state, the tower, they're out of control. So now, Rex got involved. These two have known each other for a long time. That's the background here. They're kind of a duo. But now this call's come in. It's a game changer. So what's happening here is they're splitting up. They're going to do 2 separate things, going on 2 separate missions. And that's why they did that handshake, that embrace. These two are essentially lifelong best friends, companions, partners, whatever you want to call it. Partners in crime. So they're going on 2 separate missions here. So Rex goes off, Lima 1 Juliet stays. You hear the thunder again in the end. So funny story about this. I'm gonna let it play in the background. I'm just gonna turn the volume down because this track is sweet. Funny story about this. This is a little behind the scenes thing for you. Maybe that's still a little too loud.
The consequences of your actions are irreversible.
Funny story about this.
You can kill.
Rex sent me the first edit of this, the first draft, so to speak, and I didn't feel that the power going out aspect was strong enough. That's what we had planned, but I didn't feel like it was like obvious to the viewer that that's what was happening, like why the lights went out or whatever. So he sent me this, and I'm sitting at the gym, and I'm trying to think, like, what can we do sound-wise or edit-wise to make this more obvious that this is what's going on to people, like why it blacks out like that, why, And I kid you not, as I'm sitting there in the gym, all of a sudden outside, it's a true story. You can check the weather report on July 24th, 2023 for Portland County, New York, which is where I was at the time. It starts thunderstorming outside, like out of nowhere, like buckets. And I was like, why don't we have like a thunder thing? Like thunder right as the right as the power goes out. And then I was like, why don't we add thunder in the beginning to create what's that? Not only just atmospherically, what the hell is it? Why can't I think of the word? Subtext, like a preview. Like, okay, it's storming outside in the beginning, you hear that thunderclap, and then it happens, and you hear thunder again, and then the lights go out. So now it makes it's all complete, but it all happened, and then it thunders again in the end. It happened like literally outside. Like it was meant to be. So I also think it just added to the atmosphere of the whole episode. So that's my commentary for Midnight Part 5. Again, we have 9 episodes altogether. Obviously, Part 6 is next. Don't have a release date for you there yet. In my opinion, from here on out is where the story is really, really, really going to pick up. 6, 7, 8, and 9 are going to be... believe me, there's tons of action to come. Don't get me wrong. But I think like we've set the tone now. We've set the table. We've introduced characters. We've introduced the conflict. Everything's about to come. Like, I can't believe I just thought of this. The storm is coming. We just put the thunder in there. The storm is coming. All the pieces are in place, and everything is about to go down. So, thanks for your support in the series. Thanks to everybody who's been watching, supporting us in whatever way, whether it's just watching, commenting, sharing. You guys are helping the series succeed. It means a ton to me. This is the biggest, most complex, most important project that I've ever been involved in creatively. And I really need to give a shout out again to Chris, who's, again, he's my co-creator on this. None of this happens without him, whether it be his frequently over delivery in the acting and voice acting department on screen, the actual cinematography, the editing, whatever. None of this happens without him. That's Rex in the series, if you didn't know. And then we've also had help from a whole bunch of people. The extras in this episode, not gonna say their names here because I don't know if they all want their names out there. But thank you to everybody. That's all I got to say. Please, please, please keep watching. I'm so glad you all love it. And Midnight Part 6 coming pretty soon. Don't go anywhere.